Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Oh, sorry, my necklace is shining you in the face. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at why I have picked up a Game Boy, and I've become serious about it. So, before we get into that, I just want to say I hope you can tell the difference in audio and video quality. I have kind of set up a more professional rig, and not professional, but like a better rig. I'm using my Blue Yeti microphone, and that's going into OBS, and then my camera is just an iPhone 7. But I did the camera settings so it's recording at 4K 30 FPS. I don't know if it is. It says it is, but I don't know if that's just for the camera or if it applies to this as well. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure. But it's better than what it was before. If you watch the ethanol endeavor with the gin and tonic, yeah, the OPA gin and tonic, I was using my computer camera. That's awful. So yeah, I just wanted to say that in a couple of videos time, I'm going to say this exact same thing, because I don't record the videos, I don't upload the videos in the order I record them. So, and I forgot, I'm going to be doing a review of this drink, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. But I forgot that this video is coming first. So I'm going to say that whole thing, but you can just ignore that. And obviously things can be improved, the lighting can be improved, the camera angle can be improved. If you see me looking here, this is because I'm looking at myself in the OBS thing just to make sure it's okay. And then when I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at you. And also my computer's very old, so I think the camera lags at times. It's not. I don't think it's to do with my phone camera. I think it's to do with my computer. But anyway, enough. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Okay, 2 minutes. Sorry. I know that was like a minute and over a minute of me talking, but. Wrong video, sorry, I'm just gonna stop drinking that. Yeah, God. Why I got a Game Boy Advance in 2020? Well, I got it in 2020. I got it for Christmas in 2020. So, this is gonna be sort of my sort of general views on life and kind of, I suppose, philosophical things, because I'm very interested in that. Along with just like the actual, like, what a Game Boy has to offer. So over lockdown, I've recently realized how much I miss gaming, because I had an Xbox and I put that in the loft because I just didn't use it. I only used it to watch YouTube, and then I just got a computer to do that instead. I've got games in it and everything like that. It's perfectly playable. It's got like 1 terabyte of storage. Xbox One S it was. Obviously the new Xbox has come out now, and everything. But anyway, so I haven't been playing any games, basically. I used to play games on the computer, like on Steam and everything. And when I was really early on, I used to play on like a Nintendo DS and PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360. Then it was on my computer, then it was Xbox One. And anyway, I'd just given up for that for about a couple of years or so, really. Well, more than a couple of years, actually. Probably about... No. It's maybe like three and a half or something. That's mainly because my love of music kind of took over. But like, as the music, as I got good at guitar and I got good at sort of... I wasn't totally fixated on that. I kind of realized actually another big part of my growing up and just what I like to do in general, not just part of my childhood, like just who I am as a person, what I've been interested in is gaming, and that's something that I have neglected for a while now. And excuse me, I wanted to get back into it. This isn't a new, particularly for the Nintendo thing, this isn't a new thing. When I was playing on the computer and on my Xbox, I always had the intention of getting like a 2DS or something like that. I thought they were cool. I know they weren't very well received, but I always thought they were quite cool. And getting back exclusively Nintendo, because I loved Pokemon. I loved Legend of Zelda. Those two games are very big games from my particularly early childhood. I love them, and so yeah, I always had the intention of it. Like, it's like, we were talking about a couple of years back and stuff like that. I always had the intention of getting it, but I just never really did. I suppose, somewhat money and just somewhat, I was never really that. I was committed to. I was very open to the idea, but I guess I was just never very committed to it, I suppose you can say. So yeah, lockdown happens. I realise how much I miss gaming. I've got too much time on my hands. Homeschooling isn't working very well for me. I need like another sort of outlet, I suppose you can say, apart from music and other kind of projects that I did over the summer, and that was gaming. And so that persuaded me to get a Game Boy Advance. So I did a lot of research into the different Game Boys and stuff like that, and I chose this one purely out of aesthetics. I really love this Game Boy. I suppose you can say. So I chose a Game Boy specifically as opposed to like a DS, is because I can remember growing up, a lot of sort of older people that I watched, they had Game Boys, right? They had, like, on YouTube when they did gaming videos, they would talk about like old Pokemon and old Legend of Zelda. It's like, I had no idea what that was. I was playing like Spirit Tracks. I played Twilight Princess on the Wii. Oh yeah, Wii, I forgot to say that one as my gaming childhood thing. I was playing Diamond and Pearl, and then like Soul Silver, and then Black and White and stuff like that. But like, I never played the early games, And I suppose I was always kind of. It sounds stupid, but I suppose you can say I kind of felt left out from that community, because I just didn't know what it was. And they're very interesting games. Like, I loved the Pokemon and Legend of Zelda and more Nintendo games, but like, I couldn't relate to those ones which other people were relating to. And at the time, possibly why I felt this is because at the time, well, literally throughout my whole childhood, really, I never had any friends that played Pokemon or Legend of Zelda. The only people that I knew that did was my cousins, and one set of cousins on my mum's side played Legend of Zelda, and the other set on my dad's side played Pokemon. So it's kind of, there was never just like one person that I could talk like Nintendo to. It was just like one or the other or whatever. And anyway, so when choosing what I wanted, instead of going over like a new 3DS or something like that, I chose a Game Boy. And that's because I wanted to experience these old games that I never had. And it's also something completely alien to me. I had, like I just said, I had DSs when I was younger. Getting a 3DS, and my brothers had a 3DS, and my sister as well. So I've kind of been around it. This is something completely new. Although my brother did get a Game Boy. Got a Game Boy Advance SP. So I suppose it's not completely new, but it's quite alien to me, it's quite out of the ordinary, and so something I thought I would try out, and something I would enjoy, and I have been enjoying it. So one thing that also pushed me to get this, I'm going to put it under, like, I'm just going to be holding it here, so like, it's something to look at, I guess. One thing that also pushed me to do it is not being reliant on anything. I have this strong philosophy, like I was saying, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of my sort of values. I have a strong philosophy of kind of not being reliant on anything at all, and being completely self-sufficient. This can be harmful to an extent. I'm not going to lie. Hey, look, it's me in the Game Boy. But I like to be completely self-reliant, so it's like I don't need anything, and I can get by just how it is, as long as I'm surviving. That is good enough for me. It's kind of sort of I think it's Plato. I think that's the philosopher who was like that, who like lived in a barrel and like didn't wear clothes and stuff like that, because it was a want, not a necessity. I suppose it's kind of like it's not as extreme as that. Obviously, I'm wearing clothes, but it was just, I just have a desire just to be not reliant on anything. I don't need anything. It's why I refuse to get addicted to anything. Even if I try something, I've done my fair share of kind of things. I'm not going to get into it, but like, I'm not going to. It's like even like coffee addicts and stuff like that. In my personal opinion, like, this sounds wrong to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. You are inferior to me. Like, you are addicted to coffee. You, in the morning, cannot mentally function well enough to be a sustainable human in society without that coffee. Obviously, it's like not that extreme. Okay, if you literally gave them no option, they'll be doing fine. But it's like people over consume so much things sometimes. It's like it becomes an addiction, and they, even if they obviously can, because it's not a necessity for them to survive, they feel like it is. And that's something I just refuse to have. So I know this is a bit long-winded, but basically what I was trying to say is I've kind of been trying to step away from my phone, having the reliance on my phone. So it's like, oh yeah, when you're bored, what do you do? It's like, oh, you open Instagram or something like that, and mindlessly scroll through just like literal garbage, like actual, like nothing of value at all. And so I thought to take that reliance. Oh, and also the other reliance. Obviously, there are games on your phone. I have Minecraft on my phone. It's fun. It's enjoyable. But like, there are some games which maybe require Wi-Fi or something like that. So that's a reliance. You know, on your phone, you're relying on your Wi-Fi. On your phone, you're relying on your battery life, which is something that's usually quite precious because your phone does so many different things. It takes up a lot of battery life. And also, if you need your battery life for something else and you just waste it on your game, it's like, well, you know, you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you've no one to call. And so that boils down to you're relying on your phone. So I'm just trying to rely little bit by little away from the phone and like bring it. Maybe not rely on other things. I wouldn't say I'm reliant on this, but just try to just try to limit it, I suppose you can say. And that's about it. So yeah, I got this for those reasons, and I am enjoying it. I've got I took it out earlier. Yeah, I've got leaf green. I've got it's in its case at the moment. I've got the remastered version of Link to the Past. The writing is really small. It's under the Zelda bit. It says that Link to the Past. It's really quiet, and also comes with 4 swords. But I don't have anyone to play that with, so nope, I'm not really playing that game. And then also this other game, this BMX Dave Mirror. I guess it's like a Tony Hawk, but for BMX stuff. Freestyle BMX. I hate the game. I've tried it. I don't enjoy it at all. It's really difficult to play. I do want to get a Tony Hawk skating game, but I thought maybe I wouldn't because I have that, but I've tried it and I just don't really enjoy it very much. So yeah, and something you might have noticed as well, I've bought Leaf Green and Link to the Past, and in the order of they were the first games. Obviously, when they weren't the first games, the first game on the Game Boy Advance for Legend of Zelda was a Link's Awakening. It was Link's Awakening, and that was the actual Game Boy cartridge, not the Game Boy Advance cartridge. But in the storyline of Game Boy's Legend of Zelda games being released, that was the first one. It was released for the NES and SNES. And then it got remastered, and that's why it has 4 swords on it as well. So it was technically the first Legend of Zelda game, even though, you know, in the storyline. And then obviously Leaf Green. Obviously it wasn't the first one, but I just wanted a Game Boy Advance game, Leaf Green. It was like remastered or whatever, in color and stuff. I thought that was quite important to me. And that's another thing. I really enjoy working things chronologically, sort of seeing how a game will develop and seeing how your own mindset of a franchise might develop and stuff, and how you could imagining yourself as an actual child in the 1990s, early 2000s, you know, buying these games and somewhat playing them in chronological order, like I just said. Like Leaf Green and Fire Red, they were Gen 3. Ruby and Sapphire and Gold and Silver had actually already been out by then, but in the storyline it's like close enough, right? So they wouldn't have been the first games. Like, it's not exactly similar, but it's somewhat similar is what I'm trying to say. And I just enjoy kind of reliving those experiences that someone else might have had. And so So yeah, that's kind of why I chose it. It says Ben Smith on that. I thought that was quite cool when I opened it. I'm trying to get the lighting correct. It's kind of difficult, but it says Ben Smith there. So there's some real kind of history with the Game Boy, which I appreciate a lot. And yeah, so it's the Game Boy. Yeah, so that's why I got it. The Game Boy Advance itself is perfect, right? It's pocketable. It's, you know, it is thicker than your average phone, but it's the same dimensions, like length and width ways generally. Maybe it's a little larger. No, it's actually smaller. Like, it's smaller than my phone right now. Apart from the width or the depth, I meant. And so it's perfectly transportable. It does need 2 AA batteries, which does get annoying. That's probably the biggest downside apart from... Yeah, it has 2 massive downsides. The battery life and also the screen is not backlit. However, I'm not sure if I would say I am relying on light to play the game, but it's not like I go out of my way to get light to play it. It's just like, well, you know, it's not a massive hindrance. It's just like, okay, I turn on my light to play the game. It's like, it's not like... super annoying. It is super annoying because I can't play it at night time or something like that, or when the lights have to be off. But like, I'm not relying on it. If the lights aren't there, I just, okay, whatever, I'll just play tomorrow. The battery life is a problem though, and that's something I wish I took into more account. But I'm gonna make a separate video of the Game Boy Advance versus the Game Boy Advance SP later, and it's gonna be talking about all those kind of things in terms of the actual Game Boy itself. So yeah, I think those are some reasons why I like to play. Why I like to play. And for reasons for you, it can be just, it's a new world. Something I really do appreciate with the Game Boy is like the individual cartridges, taking it in, taking it out, the history to it, knowing something that has been in someone else's hands, that someone has actually played, something that's actually made in the era and you know, intended for a certain target market and stuff like that. I really do appreciate the authenticity of it, as opposed to buying some other size, as opposed to buying a new thing or a branded kind of Game Boy, not like a non Nintendo Game Boy or something, which can do everything even better. But something about just having it really authentic is really precious to me, and I'm sure other people will find that as well. Having something authentic, having something just completely new, and just having something is like finding so much enjoyment out of something which can be perceived as quite simple. You know, this in today's standards is quite simple. All it does is play games, right? You know, it has like okay speaker quality, and it's got 7, 8, like 12 buttons if you want to count all the ones on the D-pad. It has 12 buttons, and you know, I think it's a 2.5 inch screen or something like that, or a 3 inch screen, like not a massive screen, not backlit, runs on AA batteries. And I know it sounds like a kind of like old person kind of thing to say, but you can have so much enjoyment out of this. Genuinely, there's so many different games, there's so many different franchises to choose upon, and yeah, there's literally something for everybody, like genuinely. And if there isn't, then you can probably get like a different kind of retro gaming thing, which can do the same thing exactly. You know, like some Game Boy franchises that I really want to get into is like Kirby. I never got into that on the DS. There's other stuff, there's other kind of one-off game. You can get Lego Star Wars on the Game Boy, which I'm definitely getting. I play that on the Wii. I love that game. I love all the Lego games. You get like Harry Potter, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Indiana Jones. All of it was great. And so I can get that. I can relive some of the, and yeah. And then, sorry, another kind of point where I got it is just for the actual nostalgia. Not replaying games I've already played, but replaying, you know, franchises. They're the same thing. It's like Pokemon. It has the same concept as what I was doing in Diamond and Pearl and Soul Silver, right? It's the same thing, even though they're different models and kind of a different software and stuff like that. But it's the same premise, and the same with The Legend of Zelda. It's like, you know, you go around places, you do temples, and then you say Zelda or whatever. And so yes, part of it was just nostalgia, just pure nostalgia, just having something so simple, so enjoyable, and It's why I think you should get into Game Boy in 2021. You know, having less reliance on your phone and sort of modern kind of things. You know, relying on your computer to be able to run games well enough, stuff like that. Having to, and also another reason why you should get it is the cheapness of it. It is so ridiculously cheap. You can get one of these, I've seen, for like £5. Okay, £5 is like the average. No, £5 is like the lowest realistic price you're going to get to it. And they can go up to 15 to £30 is like the average, and then like they can go more than that. But if they go more than that, you don't need this. Like that's collector stuff, or it's like something a bit special which you don't need. And then you can get games for, you know, some of them go up £10, but there's loads of remakes which you can get for cheap. I would like to get like an original thing, but sometimes you do need to kind of have it limit yourself and how much that really does matter. And stuff, as opposed to getting like a computer, you need an expensive computer, all the like keyboard, mouse, headphones, everything like that, headset, or you know, pay you know, £500 or whatever it is for the new PlayStation or whatever. You can literally get this and a couple of games for £50, and that's it. And you know, at the most, I would say, you know, I've only got 3 games, and that is serving me well. Literally, Pokemon and Legend of Zelda and the BMX game, which I hardly really play, to be honest, but like they're serving me well. There's so much content in those games, even though they're looking simple and stuff like that, but there is so much enjoyment to be found. And sometimes you do need just to prove to yourself to enjoy the smaller things in life, which as you get older you naturally do anyway. And I would say maybe if like there's like a 5-year-old watching this video, they're probably not going to be listening to what I'm saying. But it's like there is a real enjoyment, and it's something that should be shared with lots of people, in my personal opinion. And yeah, so I just wanted to have this kind of talking video, is what I like to call these videos, just me talking about something, me showing something off maybe, and just yeah, not and just, yeah, yeah, just a video of me talking basically. And that's what this is, and I'll be doing future videos on this. One video, like I mentioned previously, is the Game Boy Advance versus the Game Boy Advance SP. I will probably be doing some mods to this. I don't think I'll be adding a backlight screen to this. But I will be adding. You can get like a front light, so it's just a light that just shines light. I will probably be doing that mod, maybe a battery mod, depending on how expensive they are, and I'll be doing future Game Boy Advance videos, and not on this particular one, on different Game Boys, which I intend to get, or at least mod. And yeah, also, so if they do interest you, write me a comment and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make them a bit more high priority, because I have lots of video ideas, so it's like it's just whatever I feel like in the moment, really. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be yeah, like I said, doing this video. I hope you like the new audio and camera quality. Well, the audio quality is not new because I've used it in a previous video, but the camera quality is. And so yeah, I hope you liked it. Let me know about that if you have any particular things maybe I could improve or whatever. And yeah, I have lots of more videos coming out in the future. I'll be doing some. The next video after this will be a guitar cover or a cover of some song. I'm thinking of doing Dirty Year Blues by the Beatles / Dirty Macs, or possibly STFU by Pink Guy. So if you are interested in those, stay tuned, subscribe. If you have any other general video suggestions, not about the Game Boy or whatever, but just in general, if you see my content, you can kind of see a pattern in them. Let me know, and I'll, like I said, possibly make them a bit more high priority. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I've been talking quite fast and rambling on a little bit, but I just wanted to get it out there, just why I appreciate this so much and why I enjoy it so much. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked, please subscribe, and like and comment, and apart from that, I will be seeing you in the next video, hopefully. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Thank you.